Chapter 3. What's a HUD anyway? No one really knows what a HUD is, but it's basically an oversized piece of paper. This is called legal size paper by people who work in offices, even though the court doesn't use legal size anymore. In fact, the only people who really still use legal size paper are real estate attorneys and banks. They're a stubborn bunch. As I was saying, a HUD is an oversized piece of paper with lots of columns which are filled with cryptic terminology and monetary figures in .5 font size. Bankers really like to argue about the numbers and whose column they belong in. There was a $40 charge on my HUD, and no one really knows what it's for, but no one wants to be responsible for having it in their column. It's the hot potato of the HUD world, this $40, and I'm thinking that it's something I've already paid for, and I say so, but the settlement attorney assures me that just because I happen to be the receptionist at his office doesn't mean I'm supposed to be taking part in purchasing my own home. That's what professionals are for. Don't I know that? The settlement attorney is my boss. He's doing this as a favor. By the time it's over, my happy home purchase will have been such a pain in his ass that he's wishing he'd charged me double. So, my lender says that the bank selling the property is responsible for the $40, and the bank selling the property says my lender is responsible for the $40. Apparently, it's a deal breaker and no one will budge. I offer to have the $40 put in my own column. I'm told that I must be from Jupiter, because what was I thinking? Finally, I say, just put the damn $40 in the lender's column, and I'll just pay them $40. This is agreed to, if reluctantly, by my attorney. Before ever reaching this point, however, I had to have my house inspected for multiple lurking catastrophes. Structural soundness, termites, wiring, the works. Everything goes blissfully well until the cistern is inspected. I could literally hear the screech of mental tires stopping when we got to this point. See, cisterns are not that common. A cistern is a tank into which the rainwater from your gutters is deposited. From there, it goes through a filtration system in the basement and then up to your faucet. The inspector tells my bank, and my bank has a heart attack. My bank tells the underwriter, and the underwriter has a massive brain aneurysm. I am told that this is a problem, and my closing attorney tells the seller, a bank, since this is a short sale, and the selling bank has some sort of seizure and threatens to pull the plug on the whole deal and just go ahead and foreclose the property like they were about to anyway. A week goes by, and the parties all recover in the mental ICU. Someone in the county is called, and I'm told there has to be a raised lip with a locking lid installed on the cistern instead of covering it with a metal slab and a cinder block. I'm okay with this. It's what I would have done anyway. The idea of drowned children in my cistern is not a good one. This is accomplished, and the property is inspected again. This time, the inspector says I have to have some kind of fancy UV light installed in the filtration system. The inspector tells my bank, and the bank has a heart attack. My bank tells the underwriter, and the underwriter has a massive brain aneurysm. I'm told that this is a problem, and my closing attorney tells the seller, and the selling bank has some sort of seizure and threatens to pull the plug on the whole deal and just go ahead and foreclose on the property like they were about to anyway. I fork up $500 of my hard-earned cash, and we have the UV light thing installed.